Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna. Boom. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nitai Gaur, hey, hey. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Nitai Gaur. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna, Nitai Gaur. Nitai Gaur, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Gaur, Hari Bol. Oh, Gaurangam. Nitai Gaur, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Gaur, Hari Bol. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jai Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jai Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Gaur Premanande, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Harinam Sankirtan ki jai. Hare Krishna. This is fourth canto. We need fifth canto. Same canto as yesterday, fifth canto. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Srimad Bhagavatam, 5th canto, 18th chapter, verse number 9. For those of you who were here yesterday, we did verse 8. And both of these verses are prayers by Sri Prahlad Maharaj. And this chapter is entitled The Residents of Jambu Dweep Offer Prayers. And this is one of the most beautiful prayers of the entire Bhagavatam, at least from my observation. We don't have it on the board, do we? So, let's see how Shrutidara you are. You can remember. Okay, this is going to be a little tough because because the lines are long. Let's try. See if you can. Swastastu visaya kalo prasidatam Dayantu bhutani shivam mito diya Manascha badram bhajatam ahoksajay Aveshyatam no matir apyak haituki Svastu vishvas kalo prasiditam Dayantu bhautani shivam mito diya Manascha badram bhajatam ahoksajay Aveshyatam no matir apya aituki. Is that? Ladies? One lady? Swasti, auspiciousness, astu, let there be, Vishvasya, of the entire universe, Kala, the envious, almost everyone, Prasidatam, let them be pacified, Dhyayantu, let them consider Bhutani, all the living entities. Shivam, auspiciousness. Mita, mutual. Diya, by their intelligence. Mana, the mind. Cha, and. In the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is beyond the perception of the mind, senses, and intelligence. Aveshyatam, let it be absorbed. Na, our. Mati, intelligence. Api, indeed. Ahaituki, without any motive. So this again is a prayer by Prahlad Maharaj to Lord Nrsingadev. In the previous prayer he was praying for fearlessness and freedom from all material desires by the mercy of Lord Nrsimhadev. Now he prays for the benefit of the whole world. May there be good fortune throughout the universe, and may all envious persons be pacified. May all living entities become calm by practicing bhakti yoga, for by accepting devotional service they will think of each other's welfare. Therefore, let us all engage in the service of the Supreme Transcendence, Lord Shri Krishna, and always be absorbed in thoughts of him. Srila Prabhupada's very long purport. Hare Krishna. I didn't realize it was so long, but what to do? The following verse describes a Vaishnava. Vancha kalpa tarubhischa kripa sindhu paevacha pititanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namaho namaha. Just like a desire tree, a Vaishnava can fulfill all the desires of everyone who takes shelter of his lotus feet. Prahlad Maharaj is a typical Vaishnava. He prays not only for himself, but for all living entities, the gentle, the envious, and the mischievous. He always thinks of the welfare of mischievous persons like his father, Hiranyakashipu. Prahlad Maharaj did not ask anything for himself. Rather, he prayed to the Lord to excuse his demoniac father. This is an attitude of a Vaishnava who always thinks of the welfare of the entire universe. Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Dharma are meant for persons who are completely free from envy. Parma nirmatsaranam. Therefore, Prahlad Maharaj prays in this verse, Kalo prasidatam. May all envious persons be pacified. The material world is full of envious persons, but if one frees himself from envy, he becomes liberal in his social dealings and can think of others' welfare. Anyone who takes up Krishna consciousness has engaged himself completely in the service of the Lord, cleanses his mind of all envy. Manascha badram bhajate ahok sajay. Therefore, we should pray to Lord Nrsimhadev to sit in our hearts. We should pray, Bahir Nishimho Riddahe Nishimha. Let Lord Nrsimhadev sit in the core of my heart, killing all my bad propensities. Let my mind become clean so that I may be peacefully worship the Lord and bring peace to the entire world. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur has given us a very fine purport in this regard. Whenever one offers a prayer to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, one always requests some benediction from him. Even pure, Niskam devotees pray for some benediction as instructed by Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in his 6 Shastical prayers. Ayinanda tanuja kinkaram patitam mam vishame bhavam buddho kripaya tava pada pankaja stita duli sadrisim vichintaya. O son of Maharaj Nanda Krishna, I am your eternal servant. Yes, somehow or other I've fallen into this ocean of birth and death. Please pick me up from this ocean of death and place me as one of the atoms of your lotus feet. In another prayer, Lord Chaitanya says, Manma janmani janmani bhavatad bhaktir hoituki twayi. Life after life, kindly let me develop unalloyed devotion to you at your lotus feet. When Prahlad Maharaj chants Om Namo Bhagavate Narasimhaya, he says, for the benediction from the Lord, but because he is also an exalted Vaishnava, he wants nothing for his personal sense gratification. The first desire expressed in his prayer is Swastas Astu Vishvasya. Let there be good fortune throughout the entire universe. Prahlad Maharaj thus requested the Lord to be merciful to everyone, including his father, a most envious person. According to Chanakya Pandit, there are 2 kinds of envious living entities. One is a snake, and the other is a man like Hiranyakashipu, who is by nature envious of everyone, even of his father or son. Hiranyakashipu was envious of his little son Prahlad, but Prahlad asked benedictions for the benefit of his father. Hiranyakasipu was very envious of devotees, but Prahlad wished that his father and other demons like him would give up their envious nature by the grace of the Lord and stop harassing the devotees. Kala prasidatam. The difficulty is that in Kala, envious living entities, they are really rarely pacified. One kind of Kala, the snake, can be simply pacified by mantra, but by the actions of a particular herb. Mantra sadhi vasa sarpa kala kena nivaryate. An envious person, however, cannot be pacified by any means. Therefore, Prahlad Maharaj prays that all envious persons may undergo a change of heart and think of the welfare of others. In the Krishna conscious movement, if the Krishna conscious movement spreads all over the world, and by the grace of Krishna everyone accepts it, the thinking of envious persons will change. Everyone will think of the welfare of others. Therefore, Prahlad Maharaj prays, Shivam mito diya. In material activities, everyone is envious of others, but in Krishna consciousness, no one is envious of anyone else. Everyone thinks of the welfare of each other. Therefore, Prahlad Maharaj prays that everyone's mind become gentle by being fixed at the lotus feet of Krishna. Bhajatam Mahoksajay. As instructed elsewhere in Srimad Bhagavatam, Savai Manat Krishna Padara Vindayo, and as advised by Lord Krishna in Bhagavad Gita, Manmana Bhavamad Bhakta, Mam Daji Mam Namaskuru, Mam Me Vaishasi Satyam Te Pratijana Priyosime. One should constantly be cleansed. Cheto, Darpanam, Marjanam. Materialists always think of sense gratification, but Prahlad Maharaj prays that the Lord's mercy will change their minds and they will stop thinking of sense gratification. If they think of Krishna always, everything will be all right. Some people argue that if everyone thought of Krishna in that way, the whole universe would be vacated because everyone would go back home, back to Godhead. Haribol. However, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says that this is impossible because the living entities are innumerable. If one set of living entity is actually delivered by the Krishna conscious movement, another set will fill the entire universe. Hare Krishna. Om Bhagyantimirandasya Gena Jana Salakaya Chaksu Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Nama Om Vishnu Padai Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimakti Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gaudavadi Pacharine Nirvisesa Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarine Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaur Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So Prahlad Maharaj, he's one of the Mahajans. Mahajano Yena Katasapanta. That means he sets the standard for the execution of pure devotional service. There are 12 Mahajans, and Prahlad Maharaj is one of the foremost. Because he's teaching what is the nature of the quality of a Vaishnava. A Vaishnava has no enemies. A Vaishnava has no enemies. Prabhupada would say, people will make you an enemy, but you don't become their enemy. We have the example of Prahlad Maharaj. Although his father not only became his enemy, he became his worst enemy. He tried to kill him in so many ways. Of course, because Prahlad Maharaj was constantly absorbed on the lotus feet of the Lord, he wasn't able to be affected by any of the attempts by his father. And that's the success in bhakti. Srila Prabhupada mentions this continuously, we might say, repetitiously, in his statements and his books and his conversations, think of the lotus feet of the Lord. And you will pass through all difficulties in this world and also attain the perfection of life, which is love of God. The lotus feet of the Lord is not symbolic. It's not some like it represents something. It actually is pure devotional service, and it is the complete shelter of all those who understand what is their best interest in life. So those who understand their best interest in life understand that the lotus feet of the Lord is the shelter, the only shelter, because this world is, as we mentioned yesterday, padam padam vyavi padam. It's dangerous. We all know that from the, what we say, materialistic, social, economic, political environment. It's a dangerous place. And of course, there's danger everywhere. I mean, you can fall asleep at night, and you can roll out of your bed, and that's the last thing you do. There's people who die like that. They fall out of their bed in the middle of the night, and that's it. There was one very popular nutritionist in America, and he was from Germany. It was interesting. He had discovered this perfect diet for health. It was simply mucus. It was called the mucus-free diet, and all you would eat was fruit mostly. I mean, that's not easy to do. Just eat fruit, especially when they hand you a pizza. It's a little difficult. But he perfected it, wrote books about it, was traveling around mostly the U.S. and giving lectures. And he became quite popular. This goes back at least 50 years. And one time he gave a lecture to many thousands of people in California. And it was kind of like he got a very standing ovation. And people were following him. And they actually did a test on his health. His health was like, from the medical perspective, it was ideal. Couldn't have been any better according to medical evaluations. But he walked outside and was walking along the road, and he slipped on some oil that was on the sidewalk, fell, hit his head, and he died healthy. Pretty good. I mean, if you're going to die, you might die healthy. So, but it's not really the idea. But to show you just, you can make all kinds of arrangements. This is the point of this particular story, to somehow prevent yourself from being overcome by the dangers of this material world, or just by living in this world. But there are none of these are called fallible soldiers. They can't give protection. Why? Because they can't protect themselves, and they're also features of the material energy that are dangerous. And therefore it's explained here that the only place is the shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord. That's all. And what is that? That also is symbolic in one way. It means to be fully engaged in devotional service of the Lord. To use every moment to somehow or other use your intelligence, mind, words, bodily energy, resources, somehow in the service of the Lord. And that puts you in an energy that is completely protected from anything of this material world. Sometimes devotees worry about getting protection from outside influences or even from their own mind. But here's the way to somehow or other absorb yourself. Then you might say, well, Maharaj, come on, that's not so easy. I'm not a pure devotee. I'm still working on getting there. But you can practice. And Prabhupada said, chant the holy names of the Lord. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. And while you're working, doing other things, chant Hare Krishna. Any Bengalis here? We have any Bengalis? Anybody understand Bengali? No Bengalis. Hate koro kaje mukhi bolo huri. Hate koro kaje means work with your hands, and mukhi bolo huri means chant Hare Krishna. So it means to keep yourself somehow connected to the sound vibration of Krishna's holy name. Because out of all of the features by one can take shelter of Krishna, the holy name is the most available, the easiest, and the most merciful also. Krishna's holy name is more merciful than Krishna. Can anybody be more merciful than Krishna? Yes, the spiritual master. But with Krishna is the composite and the reservoir and the source of all mercy. And he gives his mercy in different ways. But his holy name is full of his mercy beyond his own capabilities of giving mercy. Is Krishna incapable of giving full mercy? But he puts his full mercy in the holy name. Which means that if somehow or other you commit offense, you take shelter of Krishna's holy name, you can be free from that. But if you take shelter of Krishna, he'll say, go to my holy name. Go to my holy name, because this is where he puts his ultimate principle of mercy. Here, Prahlad Maharaj, he's so magnanimous. Can you imagine being killed so much by his father? And he's always thinking, how can my father become a devotee? Imagine what quality of heart that is. That's so gentle and so free from personal motivation. And understanding what is the benefit of becoming fully absorbed in the Lord. He understands his father isn't very intelligent. He calls him a Surya Bhaja, which means, my dear father, you are the best of all demons. He gives him credit. And of course, from Hiranyakashipu's point of view, that's a glorification. If somebody calls you the best of all demons, you'll probably, do something demoniac towards them. So, it's not something you really praise people with. But he knows his father, and his father is good at being demoniac. He's expert. But he knows that that's not his success in life. And so he prays to the Lord. And now he's also praying for all living entities. And he uses the word envy. He doesn't say lusty or greedy or why envy out of all of you say bad qualities. There's lust, there's anger, greed, illusion, pride, envy, fear, so many list of what we say anarthas or bad qualities. Why is envy does he pick? Because envy is the composite of all bad qualities. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur gives some understanding. He says, in anger, lust is there. In greed, lust and anger is there. In illusion, lust, anger, and greed is there. In pride, lust, anger, greed, and illusion is there. In envy, full package. So envy is the original sin. It brings the living entity out of the spiritual world and causes them to fall to the material world. And therefore, it's the highest form of anartha, envy. To be free from an envy, Prabhupada really gives a real powerful statement. He says, if you're envious, you're in the material world. If you're non-envious, you're in the spiritual world. Clear statement. He doesn't give conditions. He says that's the difference between envy and non-envy. So what is envy anyway? That I'm not happy with what I have, or I'm not happy with what you have. So therefore I want what you have, or I don't want you to have what you have. This is envy. Why is he leading kirtan? I should lead kirtan. my voice is more like a cuckoo, and his is more like, Kubakarna, something like that. So I should, so that's a little element of, it's not so bad, but it shows the reflection of this anartha. And so this envy is really, it really locks the mind into a wrong conception. So sometimes you think, how do you get free from envy? Well, Prahlad Maharaj is giving us the ultimate solution. He's saying, bring them all to Krishna consciousness, and then they'll be free from envy. But then you see, devotees also struggle with that anartha. So we're in Krishna consciousness, and we also might find ourselves somehow bitten by the snake of envy. We don't want it, but it comes. And when we see it, we get afraid of it. But sometimes we don't even recognize it because it's so subtle. How do you get free from envy? Well, in the Bhagavad Gita, it's explained that there are austerities of the mind. And one of the austerities of the mind is to become satisfied. Satisfaction. Whatever you give me, Krishna, that's your mercy. And if you don't give me anything more than that, that's your mercy. In other words, a devotee is satisfied simply by engaging in devotional service. Everything else comes or doesn't come, either by way of our good fortune or a way of our previous karma or by the arrangement of Krishna. The devotee is not so much eager to achieve anything. A devotee is eager to simply to engage in devotional service. And whatever Krishna provides. It's like yesterday I was sitting outside and I was selling some books and somebody came along with a pizza. Whoa. And, I'm Italian, so pizza, whoa, back home, back to Italy, So I was thinking, yeah, they know, really what works. So I said, well, it's interrupting my book sales. But I think I meditated on pizza from the time that was done to the end of the program at night. I was chanting Hare Krishna, but there were some pizza mantras. And then, of course, at the end, I was thinking, all right, where's the pizza? And then I sent some good-hearted soul to find the pizza. And it took him a half hour. And then when I finally got it, I was thinking, they need some help in making pizza. Ooh, you can cut that out of the tape. So, but, it just happens to be a cultural problem. So, so the point is that we're satisfied. Devotee is always satisfied, whatever situation. And when we see someone getting something that we may also like, the Vaikuntha mood is wonderful. You're getting the mercy of the Lord. You're getting the opportunity to get some success in your devotional service. Krishna is showing you some mercy. I'm happy for you. In the spiritual world, is there envy? There is. But the envy is not mean-spirited, or is it competitive? It's competitive, but the envy works in such a way as that I want to serve Krishna in the best possible way. And therefore, I want to be better than you in serving Krishna. But somehow, whether if we compete in serving Krishna and see who is the best one, if you win, I am happy. And if I excel and outdo you, then I'm also happy. And you're happy for me. That's the spiritual mood. In the material world, that competition causes one to be unhappy. Or to look at oneself and think, why was I born the way I was, blame it on the parents. So, that's another side of envy. It's called jealousy. Jealousy means I'm unhappy about myself. But that's another problem, because the soul is pure and every soul is very dear to Krishna. Krishna says that all living entities are my parts and parcels, are in me, they're mine. What is it? What is that verse from the Bhagavad Gita? Samoham sarabhuteshu name dveshastri priya. I'm equal to everyone. I don't envy anyone, and I'm not partial to anyone. So Krishna treats all living entities equal, but he treats them according to how they approach him, and that's his equality. But he doesn't favor one over another. Sometimes it looks like that, but it's not. And when we feel some unhappiness towards another person's success, or we feel unhappiness because of our own lack of success, what we're saying is, Krishna, you go back to the drawing board and do it again, because you haven't got it right. You're the one that's the orchestrator of everything, and you don't understand how it should work. So that's the problem. So what does it mean? That if we're feeling envy towards anyone, it's really directed towards Krishna. Because Krishna has given that person or your situation what you deserve. You might think, well, is it completely like that? Yes. It is. Because Krishna controls everything, inside, outside, in between, in the middle, up, down, sideways, backwards. But when you engage in his material energy, he controls it through the material energy. And when you engage in the spiritual energy, he's personally present with the devotee. So Krishna never makes a mistake. His energies, parasya shakti vidhaya suyate svabhavika jnana pulakriyacha, they all work perfectly in order to fulfill the desires of the living entity to enjoy material energy, or to frustrate their desires by giving them misery, so they ultimately come to the realization that material life is not happiness. And Prabhupada said that. He said, if you think material life will give you happiness, you haven't begun Krishna consciousness yet. That's a pretty strong statement. So here, how to become non-envious. And one of the easiest and most direct ways, and the thing that is also brings one consciousness to the lotus feet of the Lord, is to serve the devotees. So if you ever feel envy towards anyone, just do some service for that person. And automatically, by doing service for that person in such a way that you think how to please that person, your feelings of envy will dissipate and ultimately vanish. Because to hold on to that negativity is really a block, a major block in our spiritual life. And it's a very subtle anartha, but it's a very powerful anartha. Because Prabhupada would say, we fall to the material world because we have that feeling towards Krishna. Krishna gets all the attention. I remember when I was a kid, there was a TV show, and it was about the devil. This is in America. And the devil would come up, he would have his cape and his horns, and he'd come up to someone and say, I'll give you money, power, position, glory in this world, but at the end of your life, your soul belongs to me. So he's willing to give everything material. So the whole show was different people, getting involved with the devil. So the one show, when one person was asked, he says, well, who are you? Where did you come from? He's talking to the devil. And the devil says, well, I was in in heaven with God, and he's sitting there, and all the angels are running around him and singing his glories. And I was thinking, what about me? So I wanted to get the same thing, so I decided to come here. It's pretty much in line with our philosophy, yeah. So the devil was actually an angel at one time, falls to the material world. So the point is that this quality can be overcome by the power of devotional service and by practicing satisfaction in heart. Yes, whatever Krishna gives me, fine. If he doesn't give me, that's okay. If I try for something, I don't get it, I can accept it. If I try for something, I get it, I'm happy, and then it goes, I'm also happy. Devotee is never unhappy in any situation. Why? Because they always have two things. They have the association of other devotees, and they have the process of pure devotional service. And along with that, they have the chanting of the holy name. Someone was asking me yesterday about when I have a problem, what do I do? Where do I go? And my mind is too much. I remembered what Prabhupada said. He says, when you get to that point where you're getting overwhelmed with difficulties and you're losing your enthusiasm in devotional service, he said, sit down, pick up your beads, just chant. And he said, after some time, then your enthusiasm will return simply by the holy name. If you chant, seriously. So this holy name is the way to push back these bad qualities and the way to purify our consciousness and to achieve the perfection in devotional service. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Okay, so any questions, comments? Yes, yeah. Anyone? We have one in the back there on the men's side, all the way straight from where I'm sitting, straight back. And then Paravidya will conclude the class with something more pleasant. But it's important to understand that this quality is so insidious that if we can free ourselves from any tinge of that, then we can get the full mercy of the Lord. Yes. Translation needed?
Yes, Maharaj. If devotees chant the holy names, this it is said that this is Krishna karma, it's not the karma of the person. How we should understand that?
The chanting of the holy name is the mercy of the Lord coming in the sound vibration of himself. Kali Kale Nama Rupa Krishna Avatar Namahoitehaya Sarva Jaganistara. Krishna is an incarnation of his name. He is his name. He's not different than his name. And so there's no karma attached to that. Yeah. The chanting of the holy name destroys material karma and brings about what we don't call it spiritual karma, but we call it our good fortune, which looks like karma sometimes, but it's actually our good fortune. So one who takes shelter of the holy name of the Lord, they get the full mercy of the Lord through the holy name. Taking shelter doesn't mean chanting once in a while. Taking shelter means to absorb yourself in that process. Yeah, anyone else? Yes. Okay. Well, one of the ladies? Okay. On this side, and then probably you can be next.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. You explained about the quality of envy and getting oneself rid of envy. In real life, envy is not without any reason. Our logical mind thinks that, oh, we deserve this, not the other person, because we know better, we have better knowledge, or we have worked better. There's always a logical reason behind feeling envious of someone else. So how do we get rid of this logical thinking to get rid of envy?
The question is, you feel you can rationalize the reason why you become envy based on some practical understanding of the situation. Yeah? But it's not going to help you. That's the point. Who suffers when envy is there? Not the person you're directing it towards, you. The one who holds that envy is the one that suffers. So what are you doing to yourself? You're causing yourself to feel a negativity or some hostility towards another person, and that makes it hard, not hard, but impossible for you to chant the holy names. It becomes difficult. I was in London one time, and I was giving a class to a large group of people who came from some of the outside cities. And we were talking about Vaishnava culture, Vaishnava behavior. And at the end of the class, one lady, she said, I didn't want to ask this in public, but I want to talk to you. I said, fine. She said, well, I have this problem with this one lady. I can't forgive her. I was talking about how forgiveness is a quality of a Vaishnava. How if somebody does something towards us, or somebody transgresses something, or even somebody causes us some harm, how to bring about an element of forgiveness based on, the situation. So she said, I have this person I can't forgive. I said, well, how long has it been going on? She said, 25 years. 25. I fell off my asana. Really, almost. I had to hold on. I was shocked. I mean, how could anyone hold such a negativity for that long? And she didn't look very happy, obviously, because when we hold negativity towards other people, it hurts us. So there's three things. Forgive and forget, forgive and don't forget, and try to ameliorate the situation by discussion. These are the three options you have. The one that I favor is forgive and don't forget. Forgive and don't forget means don't put yourself in that situation again where you can find that negativity again will come out. So be careful. That's the forgetful, not forget side. If we forgive and forget, we might find ourselves again in that situation. But a Vaishnava, one of the most exalted qualities, it's the qualities of the Brahmanas, but it's also a general quality of Vaishnava, is the devotee can forgive. Because they can understand Krishna has sent this person to give me some difficult. For what reason? Because if Krishna doesn't allow, it won't happen. Krishna he has two ways of doing things. He wants something to happen, or he allows something to happen. Generally with the material energy, he allows things to happen, because he doesn't interfere with our karma. Unless we take shelter of him in devotion, then he's there to change the situation. But from a material point of view, everything is working in a certain way. So when we forgive, then we are freeing ourselves from that anxiety. Look at Prahlad Maharaj. He not only forgave his father, but he was trying to help his father. So you might say, well, I'm not Prahlad Maharaj, but we should practice these qualities still, because these are qualities of a Vaishnava. So forget about, trying to rationalize why we should feel negativity towards someone. We might distance themselves from that person, so we don't, again, become affected by that. But if you hold that negativity, every time you think of that person, that feeling will come back. And when you see that person, it'll come back even stronger. We have to learn how to live in this world without carrying these negative qualities which block our practice of Krishna consciousness. And we see in the scriptures, all the great Vaishnavas, they learn how to, overcome these things by the power of their devotional service. If our devotional service is weak, we will be affected. Strengthen your devotional service more and more, and you're less affected by these things. Yes.
Mark?
Oh yeah. I'll get you. Okay, I can hear you. Yeah.
I was going to say that sometimes when just in the material life, because I have most of my life I spend with karmis because I can only come here at some occasions. And so when something good happens in my life, I think that Krishna made this happen and this is because of his mercy and because of his blessings. But if something negative happens or if something doesn't work out the way I wanted it to, I kind of blame myself for it.
That's good. Don't blame Krishna. Prabhupada says that when people do the opposite. When things go right, they consider themselves, successful and everything is nice. And things go wrong, they give God a second name, He's got a last name that they adopt, So actually, Krishna says, I have nothing to do with a person's happiness and distress. The happiness and distress is coming by way of the material energy. That's all. We can be free from the effects of the material energy by taking shelter of Krishna. So when things like that happen, the first thing you do is say, why, Krishna? And then that opens up the door to getting the knowledge you need. Either through a friend or through your own heart, you'll understand. Boy, that's nice. Keep crying, it's really nice. I like when ladies cry, it's so nice. Well, men don't cry so much because they think it's not a good idea. But it says if you want Krishna, you gotta cry for him. If you don't cry for Krishna, you can't get him. That's the quality in order to achieve the full mercy of the Lord. I'm crying because I don't have you. Because I have things that I think are nice, but they can't compare to you. Thank you. I'm sorry I made you cry. If you need some more tissue, I have some. Oh, Prabhu. Okay, if you cry, then the whole class is finished. But did you get my answer? So we can just say, why Krishna? And then you kind of open up the door to getting the answer. When you get the answer, then you're satisfied. Because Prabhupada summed up everything. He says, because we have a material body, we have to suffer. It's just a fact. Material body means suffering. But we can minimize that suffering to a little tiny speck when we take shelter of Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Maharaj, for the wonderful class.
It's on.
It's on. Maharaj, it's only a technical question. You mentioned from, I think, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, there is in envy all bad qualities,
Yeah.
and others not. Where is to find, or which book, you know, maybe?
Yeah, I read it. There's one book, it's called Amnaya, and it's 2 words. I can't remember the second word, Amnaya Sutra? Yeah, I think it's there. Amnaya really means parampara. That's what it means. Amnaya Sutra. Thank you.
Jai.
Okay?
Jai. Hare
So
Krishna.
thank you very much, Srila Prabhupada.
Ki
Now we'll begin the class.
Yeah. Can everyone please close the curtains completely, because you don't have to look at me while I sing the song. You look at Prahlad over there. Pardon? We check the sound? Okay. First a sound check. Let me put my... The music comes in a little later, huh? I'll move it. Okay, it works. So my request is please now move backwards, because the video is here and there's beautiful pictures of Prahlad. So yes, can you help take this away that the Maharaj can move? Maharaj, I just wanted to mention something about envy. You have two words, envy and jealousy. You sometimes you want to be like someone, like if you could cook as good as that person or play the mridanga as good as that person. There's nothing wrong with that. As long as you don't think, envy is like, oh, I don't want him or her to be that successful, I want to be like that. But to be jealous as, oh, I wish I could be like him, without taking away the position, the exalted position of the one who's expert in cooking or whatever they do. So this song is written by someone, a Christian, who was very humble. He was so humble that he didn't write his name in capitals. He thought only God can write his name with a capital. And he was an early hippie. He appeared in the Ed Sullivan Show. Maybe the Maharaj knows the Ed Sullivan Show. And he appeared in the 50s, and instead of standing up, he sat down. He had long hair, and he sat down on the floor and started singing the song. And he used to live, if everyone knows the Hollywood, on those wood on the mountains, you see the Hollywood. He used to sleep there in a sleeping bag there, an early hippie. Unfortunately, he passed away by a car accident. So now we're going to start. Please keep the door closed. Just stand in front of it, because it ruins the picture. And there is still light coming. Can you close this curtain more? No, on the other side. Because then you can see Prahlad. So the pictures I took are from the movie Bhakti Prahlad. The boy is actually a girl, a very young girl. And later on you see a picture of Hiranyakashipu. That is actually, it consists of two personalities. The head is of Duryodhan, because I couldn't find a good head of Hiranyakashipu. And the body was from Hiranyakashipu from the movie, but he was this fat, so I had to slim him down. Anyway, it takes lots of time to get a picture right, to get any defaults. So we start. There was a boy, a very young and chanting boy, who wasn't into fights, games and toys like most other boys. Always absorbed in his sweet Lord. So advanced was he. His father dear who wished him ill and tried to kill his saintly son by various means, various schemes, just because he had said the greatest thing he had learned is to love the Lord and be loved in return. Narayan, 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 the greatest thing he had learned is to love the Lord and be loved by him in return. Prahlad Maharaj ki, Lord Singhadev ki, Srila Prabhupada, by whose mercy we've all gathered here together to hear about these wonderful pastimes ki. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day. Hare Krishna. Well, there were more songs. You could have seen them yesterday if you would have come at 3 o'clock. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Please be happy and dance in kirtans. Prabhupada said, Krishna consciousness is chanting, dancing, and feasting. Yep. In temples and in churches, we stand like this. In a Hare Krishna temple, we do the Swami step, and we do even more than that. Hare Krishna.
Maybe until then we can stand up, move a little bit, and tidy up. Maybe we can sing. You want to sing?
Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Oh Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Oh Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Bolo Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna. Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare, Jai Jagadish Hare, Jai Jagadish Hare.
ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं निसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ॐ ह्रीं श्रौं उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं निसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ॐ ह्रीं श्रौं उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं Jvalantam sarvatomukam Nisringham Vishanam Bhadram Mrityum Namamyaham. Shri Nisingha, Jai Nisingha, Jai Jai Nisingha Dev, Praladesha, Jaya Padma, Mukha Padma Bringa. Shri Nisingha, Jai Nisingha, Jai Jai Narasimha Dev, Praladesha, Jaya Padma, Mukha Padma Bringa. Shri Narasimha, Jai Narasimha, Jai Jai Narasimha Dev, Praladesha, Jaya Padma, Mukha Padma Bringa. Shri Narasimha, Jai Narasimha, Jai Jai Narasimha Dev, Praladesha, Jaya Padma, Mukha Padma Bringa. Shri Narasimha, Jai Narasimha, Jaya Jai Narasimha Dev, Praladesha, Jaya Padma, Mukha Padma Bringa. Shri Narasimha, Jai Narasimha, Jaya Jai Narasimha Dev, Praladesha, Jaya Padma, Mukha Padma Bringa. Shri Narasimha, Jai Narasimha.
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Oh. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Prahlad Maharaj ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste Narasimhaya. Prahlada Lada Dayane. Prahlada Hiranyakashi Purvakshaha. Srilatankana Kalaye. Ito Nrisimha Parato Nrisimha. Yato Yato Yamitato Nrisimha. Vahi Nrisimha Hridaye Nrisimha. Nrisimha Madi Sharana Prapade. Kavakara Kamala Bare Nakam Adbhuta Shringam Dalita Hiranyakashipun Tanubringa Keshavadrita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare. Oh! Jai Nrisimhadev, Jai Nrisimhadev, Nrisimhadev, Jai Nrisimhadev. Jai Jai Nrisimhadev, 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 Jai Jai Nrisimhadev. Shri Shri Nrisimhadev Bhagavan Prahlad Maharaj ki jai. Shri Shri Gaur Nitai ki jai. Nityananda Ram ki jai. Gauranga Mahaprabhu ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Gurudev Maharaj ki jai. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya eva cha Patitana Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Trinadapi Sunichena Taroriva Sahishnuna Hamanina Manadena Kirtaniya Sadahari. Trinadapi Sunichena Taroriva Sahishnuna Amanina Manadena Kirtaniya Sadahari. Trinadapi Sunichena Taroriva Sahishnuna Amanina Manadena Kirtaniya Sadahari. Trinadapi Sunichena Taroriva Sahishnuna Amanina Manadena Kirtaniya Sadahari. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. It's my second voice. Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Thank you very much, Chaturdasi Prabhu. Very nice kirtan. I want to make some few short announcements. So next point in the schedule is if you are not fasting, there's some Ekadashi Prasadam there. And then at 11 we will have with Bhagavatam Prabhu a seminar on the prayers of Prahlad Maharaj. At 2 p.m. there will be Prasadam again. And we start again with the kirtan from 4 p.m. onwards. And just half an hour later we'll have the water abhishek. So at 2 p.m. Brahminical ladies are welcome to help remove the sandesh. And then afterwards we'll have the Sunday abhishek, short water abhishek at 4:30. The Gora Artik, and then after the Gora Artik we'll have the Garuda Vahana or Singha Vahana palanquin procession around the property. And then at 8 p.m. there might be some snacks. So today is Ekadashi, so no pizza. And some small announcement from the kitchen. So please only take boga from the kitchen if you are entitled to. So we have observed that somehow too many people feel entitled, even you're not entitled. So only if you're preparing preparations for some guest of honor, you can take something from the kitchen. Otherwise, please do not take the boga from the kitchen. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Singare Bhagavan ki jai. The Singha Chaturdasi festival ki jai.